In a recent interview, you opened up about your fitness journey. Like you were told by the doctor that if you continue your unhealthy lifestyle, anything could happen. So that was the reason for this fitness transformation.
Yes, also I had just around that, a few weeks after that, I had a very bad accident where my shoulder got totally screwed, my ligament tore, tendon tore, my bone got chipped. I had to have stage 3 surgery and then 9 months of rehabilitation. So, see, I was 140 kilos, my sugars were out of control, my blood pressure, everything. I was very, very unhealthy and I was working non-stop. So the doctor said, you have to take a break, you can have a diabetic stroke. To which I said, I am signed on for 2 more projects after this. To take a break, I'm going to take 1 year. So he said, then you have to start some kind of major medication because you are at high risk right now. Just after that, I had this accident where I had to get into uh, physiotherapy and strength training to get the strength back in my shoulder. That is how the fitness journey started. I had to get into weightlifting and strength training for the shoulder. So that is how it started, and then it just went on and on and on, and then the fitness. So now I'm addicted to strength training, but it started because of the shoulder.
Hi guys, this is Jayveer Singh, and today I'm in conversation with somebody, a very phenomenal actor, so much talented and phenomenal performer. What else I can say for him? Yeah, our OG favorite star Ram Kapoor. Hi Ram, how are you?
I'm very, very good. Thank you for giving me such generous compliments. Thank you.
My first question is, you come with a legacy. You have a legacy attached with your name, from TV to films to series. How do you look back at your journey?
I don't look back or look ahead too often. I'm the kind of person who tries to focus on the now. Whatever I am or whatever I have done and I'm continuing to do, I think I'm just very lucky and very blessed because talent is very important, but in the beginning, once once you have proved to your industry that you are talented and you can do what you are expected to do, after that, I don't think talent is as important as other factors. For example, people like me, other people that have now uh, been lucky enough to be in the industry 25 years or longer, they have nothing more to prove in the sense that industry knows what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. There's certain roles Ram will be good at, certain roles won't be good at. I don't think at this stage I can suddenly prove anything new. Um, so anybody who has been in my position so long, we realize कि talent शुरुआत में important है. Now people don't really want talent. They want professionalism. They want a positive attitude. They want somebody who's fun to be with and work with. They want somebody who's efficient and fast. That is more important than talent now. So, and a lot of luck, lots and lots of luck. So, wherever I am, whatever I've done, it's a lot of luck. There are many, many actors who are far more talented than me who are struggling because they've not been as lucky. So, I think when I think back, I just feel happy that I've been lucky.
I would like to add one point to your answer. It's not just luck, it's the wishes of your fans too. They just love you like anything.
So nobody can achieve anything without the audience. Please understand this. I've said this in past. Whatever we are is because they are choosing for. If you are Amitabh Bachchan also, the audience is deciding that you are Amitabh Bachchan. They have decided that that man is a legend. That is why he's a legend. Today, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Amir Khan, these guys are superstars because the audience wants them to be superstars. Because once the audience rejects you, there's nothing that you can do. Which is why I'm saying that whatever we are, why do you think I said your mother and your
Exactly,
sister?
sister.
They are the true fans, right? Those are the people who make me what I am.
They got
That
more
is a fact. All of
excited.
us know this.
They got more excited for this interview even more than me.
Those are the people that make me what I am. Those are the people. And all of us in show business, we know this. We know this.
Okay, so let me talk about your recent work. When you heard about your role, the script, what was that one thing that clicked and you were like, I want to do this role?
So this is a Hindi version of Monk, the show Monk. And I was a big fan of Monk for the minute Monk came, in the sense that uh, I was just beginning. I had just finished acting school and I was beginning my career. That's when Monk came, and when I saw the character, I felt it. That's the first time I saw the actor Tony Shalhoub. I guess that's the first time everybody saw. I don't know if he's done anything before this, but that's when he became famous. And I said to myself that if I can do a role like this, I would love to, because I loved the character. And uh, everybody has these few roles that they would love to do, like Godfather or like, some. So I had my list also, and this was on that list. I fell in love with the character because it's a very complicated character. He's brilliant, but he's a child, and that is very, very different. So that's when they came to me for this, it was like a dream coming true, because for 20 years I've been wanting to do this.
Okay, when I have seen the series, it's a complete package. And Arman Mystery itself a very complicated personality. This is what I felt. So, did you make any preparation for the role? What was your
Of course.
thought process?
It's a very complicated, like you said, character, and dealing with trauma and having OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. These are things that you cannot take lightly, okay? Because actual patients who go through this, their life is very, very hard. So I had to go through the process. So I met with doctors who deal with this sickness, this disease. I saw many videos of patients that go through OCD. Every case is unique, every single case. Uh, I already knew what the character is because I had watched every episode of Monk all those years back. So all that I knew, but I did my research. I met with professionals. I saw lots of videos. And then I started building the character from within myself. You can't take this kind of a character lightly, but this is what us actors kind of live for, because when you get something challenging like this, it's fun. It's a lot of fun, because see, an actor basically becomes an actor because they like the process of becoming somebody else. So when you get a chance to become somebody else that is this deep and complicated, it's fun. It's challenging. It's not easy, but it's fun. The more you get into it, the more it's fun. And ultimately, if it gets appreciated the way this has gotten appreciated, then nothing is better than that. This is what every actor wants. I'm so happy that the country, the press, the media has liked it, because I mean, what else do you want? Yeah, this is the ultimate now. In spite of all the controversy or everything, if it's being liked this much, and not only by the audience but also by the media and the press, I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful. That's all I can say. I just want to enjoy this moment. That's all.
Were you a bit skeptical before taking this character? How will your audience react to it?
You can't get skeptical before taking any character, because the thing is, I don't know how to explain this, but whether a character is positive or negative, supposing the character is really, really negative, or really, when we read something or see something in our minds, we know this is a good guy, this is a bad guy. That's fine. That I understand. But as an actor, when you're approaching a character, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy, you can't be skeptical about it. What you have to, when they were born, the good guy, the hero and the villain, when they were born as babies, they were the same. Then as they grew, they have grown to these different people. So you have to go into the history and say exactly what all happened for this person to become the way he is now. If you do that, then you can't be skeptical. Get into exactly what were the circumstances that made him like this and him like that. And if you ask my opinion, and most actors will say this, the bad guys are much more fun than the good guys to play, because they are more
loved
complicated.
by the audience.
Complicated, yeah. So we as actors, at least I don't see anything as skeptical. The more horrible the character, the more fun it is, because you don't get to be this in our lives. You don't society, but you get to do this in this industry. And it's fun for me. It's fun.
Do you have any trait of Arman Mystery personally in your life? Anyone?
Many traits. See, like I said, I like to build the character from within. Okay, some people work from outside. I like to work from inside. Once I've studied everything, once I know what the character is, what the relationships are, what has happened for the character to become who he is today. Once I know that, when I start building the character, I go from inside me, which means that whatever similarities I might have, I build them, I enhance them. So all the quirks, all the oddities that you're seeing, yes, they are in me. But in normal society, as Ram Kapoor, I hide those things. But as Arman Mystery, I enhance. I do like to observe every detail about things, sometimes unnecessary things. I am like this. My wife, my children say that Dada would have made a great detective because I am over observant about things that I don't need to be. In my normal life, I hide that. As Arman Mistri, I have enhanced that. The little quirks about not necessarily cleanliness, but I have my own quirks. Like, for example, if somebody drives my car, I don't like it if anyone drives any of my cars, but if somebody drives my car and if they have done things differently and not done things the way I want, it matters to me. So then I will tell my wife, why you kept this like this, kept that like that. Now, this is Arman Mistri only. I don't let people find out about this in my life, but as Arman Mistri, I enhance. So yes, in all my characters, there are similarities between me and my characters because I build them from inside myself.
Okay, so there were a lot of fantastic scenes in the series. Which one is your personal favorite?
Oh my God. How difficult is that to answer? See, the the character and this project is so special to me that once I became him and I started playing the character, then everything is of the same level. Because you see, the magic for me is, yeah, I'm getting to play Arman Mistri. And opposite me are such amazing actors. The director's great, everything is great, the cameraman is great. So once I'm in in the character and I'm playing him, then every day is fantastic. Whether you're tired, whether you've been doing 14 hours, it's all night, all of that. There are tough days, there are easy days, all of that is fine. But for 4 months, when I played him, it was difficult, it was long, it was tiring, but it was amazing. So I can't highlight the magic for me was to play him. That's it.
Yeah. So my question is like you haven't had an opinion about this character. You have watched the original series also. So sometime if the director is directing, were you upset with any kind of scene? Like you wanna do it differently, or you are absolutely
Ah,
in director sector?
upset is the wrong word. But yes, see, like I said, it's a collaborative effort, right? And I always like to do things in a from a genuine place, from an honest place, rather than see when somebody tells you to do something. For example, if they say, "Ki, for this line, I want you to walk over there and say the line." Now, if you just do it because they're telling you to do it, then it's fake. It's not real. So either you have to ask them why and they tell you, or you have to find a reason to make it real. So if he wants me to say the line there, I have to find a reason. So, okay, then why am I going there? Okay, then maybe there is something I just saw and I want to pick it up. That is why I'm going there. So it is a collaborative effort. You have to make it real rather than doing it just for the sake of somebody telling you to do it. So there's lots of discussions that happen. Lots of times I say, dude, let me say this line this way. That's not upset, that is discussion. Now, it's very important for a director and an actor to trust each other. That once that happens, then things change. And I really trusted my director, and he also trusted me. So what's happened is that we used to have a lot of discussions before scenes, but they were positive discussions. Now, a lot of times he would want something, and I would say no, leave it to me, and he would say okay. A lot of times I would want something, and he would say no, do it this way, and I would say okay, because trust, and that is how the best work happens. You know what I'm saying? So getting upset that it's not happening my way, no, no, no. But yes, I would definitely tell the director, Acha, listen, you've planned it this way, but I envisioned it another way. So can we do it that way? Otherwise, we have to find a reason to do it this way. And then the director knows that you're not saying this to waste time, you're saying this to make it real. Whenever I question the director, I'm never doing it to waste time. I'm doing it because he knows that it's not real for me. I need to make it real. That's all. So he knows that it's for the better of the scene. Sometimes he would convince me that no, there is a reason I wanted this. Then I would have to convince myself and do it. Sometimes he would say, no, Ram is right, so let's change the shot. That is how the best work is. That is why a relationship between an actor and director is very, very important. If a director is all about no, it has to happen my way, or if an actor, star is no, it has to happen my way, then the project suffers. Then the project does suffer. You have to be able to rely on each other, which is why even two actors, whether it's Sakshi and me, whether it's Mona and me, whether anybody, you have to be able to fall into each other. If you are only all about yourself, it doesn't work because acting is not a one-man job. Tali ek haath se nahi bajti is a famous saying. It's true. You understand what I'm saying. So I am the kind of actor, I will have a lot of discussion. If something is not gelling in my head, I do have a problem. And I do bring it up. But all my directors know he's not doing this for any other reason but because he wants to make it clean. That's all. Everybody who works with me knows this. And sometimes I say, guys, it's not working. Please, it's not working. Nobody doubts me on that. It's only because if it's not real for me, I don't want to do it. So even if he wants me to do something from there because he wants the shot from there, he set up the lighting in a certain way, I have to somehow, with his help, make it real, then I can do it. So that is all positive discussion. It's not me getting upset in any way. You can't get upset. See, at the end of the day, the vision is the director's. It's the director's vision now. So how can you get upset with the directors? You can't. You just have to tell him, okay, help me achieve it or listen to me. One of the two, that's all.
I have observed you are very picky with your words of lately.
Picky with my
Words. You are using words very carefully.
because boss, when I used to not think about words, you saw what happened. So I don't have a choice, but it's all better now because I used to never think about what I say.
Yeah,
And I used to be very proud about that. Now I have to think about what I say, which means I'm changing for the better. At the age of 51, to be able to do that is actually a good thing. I have to be aware of my age, about who I am. There's a certain baggage that comes with Ram
the
Kapoor.
legacy.
So the fact that now I am able to think about things which I never did is actually a good thing. But thank you for pointing it out.
Yeah, you have been part of all the mediums, TV, films, OTT. Do you think OTT is the it thing nowadays?
Yes, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be only. Yes, it's the thing nowadays. I agree, but that doesn't mean too much. For example, I don't think any other medium is going to fade away in any way. For example, when television first came, people thought radio is going to die. It did not die. You see what I'm saying? Uh, Everybody, the whole world thought that television is going to kill radio, but it never. Radio is still going strong all over the world now. One, see, OTT is definitely the future because OTT is very different from everything else because OTT is you get to do by yourself alone. It's not really a group thing for the most part. You do it while you're commuting, while you have free time, wherever you watch it on your phone, on your iPad, on your television, and theater and films are social activities like family oriented or friends, group activities. OTT is very, solo. So it's different and it's definitely the future. However, I don't think it's going to diminish theater in any way. People say कि theater abhi same cheez nahi. I don't think so. Just like TV is massive all over the world, but radio is always going to have its place. So OTT is what everybody is concentrating on, but I don't think that means anything too significant, if you want it.
Okay, so this is your audience question and your fans question. When is Ram Kapoor coming back to the TV?
Oh shit.
They wanna see you.
So if they want to see me, so they're seeing me all over the place, first of all. Yeah. So let me answer this. It's a difficult question to answer. Look, I can never ever turn my back on TV. I can never disregard what TV did for me because TV made me a household name. I will always hold TV in a very special regard. But it's very difficult for me to come back to TV now because I have grown a lot since then and TV has changed a lot since then. If you look at TV now as to TV, what I was doing, whether I was doing with Sakshi or even with Prachi Desai or even with my own wife, Gautami, if you look at shows then and you look at shows now, they're very different. TV has evolved a lot. I have evolved a lot. If you look at my work for the last 10 years, very different from the work I was doing in those years of television. Now, once you have bifurcated to this, to go back to that, it's difficult. Also, if you look at logistics, if I announce that I would like to do a TV show, people will write the show for me, which means I will have to get 30 days a month for that show. Please understand. When I was doing TV, all those channels used to say, you guys don't know this. These are the pressures of TV. When I was doing TV, because the shows were such successful shows, the channels used to say out of 13 scenes, minimum 9 scenes per episode, we want Ram. Because Sakshi and me had to do 9 scenes out of 13 scenes every episode. You know because their numbers used to come and say that scenes with Ram are this way, scenes with Sakshi are this much, without a lower. So Sakshi and me had to be in minimum 9 scenes every single episode. If I do TV, it will take over my entire life. I can't do TV and then also do something else. Do you understand? Fans don't realize this. Today, I'm having the luxury of doing so many different projects, so many different roles. If I do TV, that's it. I do that one thing for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Not very easy. So I will never turn my back on TV, but my fans need to see me now in these films or OTT because it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Like you mentioned, demanding schedule. There has been a debate on a 8-hour shift of lately. Actors are demanding 8-hour shift, and it was all chaos and different opinions were there. How do you see this scenario?
I am in a position where I have no right to complain. I am in that position because there are the actors that are bringing this up. I understand where they're coming from because when I was trying to build my name, first 10, 15 years of my career, I was working insane. There were times I would go to work on a Sunday or a Monday and come back home on a Wednesday. I would be sleeping in my makeup van, brushing my teeth in my makeup van. I know that time. So when actors are bringing this up, I can relate to them. But I cannot complain for a second because of the position that I'm in now. Because I get to choose what I do, when I do. I get to choose how much I want to work. I get to choose how many vacations I want. So for me to bring up anything negative or complain is so wrong. When I was doing television, I was working insane hours. Yes. At that time, if I had a choice, I would say, yeah, it would be great to work only 8 hours a day. Yes. But now, if I want to work 6 months in a year, I decide that. If I want to sign a project where I say, guys, I will only work 8 hours, it will be catered to. So whatever I'm doing now, I choose. So if I'm choosing, then how can I complain? So I don't have the right to comment on this from my position. I do relate to them, and I used to be at that stage also. But like during the 4 months of Mystery, I worked like a dog. All of us did. Okay, it was a difficult. Sometimes you're working 14 hours a day. The Rishabh, the director, there were many nights he didn't sleep. But it was our choice to do that. I wanted to put all of myself into Mystery like that and do that kind of insane hours because I wanted to achieve the best. My choice. And it was for 4 months. After that, right now I'm chilling a bit, right? So whatever I'm doing now, I'm doing my choice. So I have no reason to complain or bring it up at all. That's my thought.
In a recent interview, you opened up about your fitness journey. Like you were told by the doctor that if you continue your unhealthy lifestyle, anything could happen. So that was the reason for this fitness transformation.
Yes. Also, I had just around that, a few weeks after that, I had a very bad accident where my shoulder got totally screwed. My ligament tore, tendon tore, my bone got chipped. I had to have stage 3 surgery and then 9 months of rehabilitation. So see, I was 140 kilos. My sugars were out of control. My blood pressure, everything. I was very, very unhealthy and I was working non-stop. So the doctor said, you have to take a break. You can have a diabetic stroke. To which I said, I am signed on for 2 more projects after this. To take a break, I'm going to take 1 year. So he said, then you have to start some kind of major medication because you are at high risk right now. Just after that, I had this accident where I had to get into physiotherapy and strength training to get the strength back in my shoulder. That is how the fitness journey started. I had to get into weightlifting and strength training for the shoulder. So that is how it started. And then I just went on and on and on. And then the fitness. So now I'm addicted to strength training, but it started because of the shoulder.
When you were shooting, you mentioned that you were shooting for even 14 hours, like for Mystery. So how did you maintain your fitness regime?
When you have the mindset, then it's easier. Like, for example, if you look at, say, a John Abraham or you look at a Salman, when you're in that mindset, whatever hours is meaningless. Salman Khan, okay, I'm talking about a legend. I'm sorry, but he's the perfect example. I have been lucky enough to interact with him, been to his house. I've seen sides of Salman which you people haven't. When he's not working and when he is working. When he's in the mindset of getting fit for his next project, he is very different. He will shoot till 12 o'clock in the night. At 1 o'clock, he will go to the gym and work out. You see what I'm saying? So when you're in that mindset, nothing matters. So I have my own gym. I'm lucky enough to have my own gym. When you're in that mindset, you go to the gym whenever you want because it's your own, you know. So it's a mindset, and your hours, your schedule, and all doesn't really interfere with it.
So, your financial wisdom have been making the headlines. I myself were reading a lot of the comments and everything. Give a financial tip to our audience.
I'm no expert. See, my finances have been talked about a little too much, and there's nothing that I can do about it except just close my eyes and say, "Oh my God." But the point is, listen, anybody who's lucky enough to make some money, you have to know what to do with that money. You have to know. If you're not good at it, some people have the knack, some people don't. If you're not good at it, get work with a firm that is fantastic with it. There are hundreds of them. Money just sitting in the bank account is considered dead money. But if you are a good, wise investor, depending on market and world situations, in 3 years you can double your money every 3 years. Do you know what that means? Every rich person, every successful investor knows exactly what I'm saying. If you are a good investor, every 3 years your money is doubling without you doing anything. So that's the only tip I need to give. Whether you have a large amount of capital or a small amount of capital does not matter. Whatever amount you have, if it's invested correctly, it is doubling every 3 or 5 years. So 15 years later, 20 years later, look at where it's reached. That's all. I learned from my father. I learned from my own experiences. But yes, I have always wanted to invest perfectly, and I've done that. Had ups and downs, had good years, bad years, of course. But I would tell everybody, if you know how to invest, trust me, your money is going to work for you. That's all. And everybody, my own colleagues, I mentioned a few names. I learned a lot from Ronit. When I entered TV, Ronit was already a big name. Ronit is another person who has always invested his money wisely. So I learned a lot from Ronit. Any Ronit Roy will tell you the same thing, that having money is meaningless. You have to know what to do with the money. Trust me, managing wealth is a full-time job. Full-time job. So I learned a lot from my father, from my colleagues, from all that. And my only tip would be invest wisely, because then your money will work for you in more ways than you can imagine. Go
Now
ahead.
my next question is, you had your share of controversies recently also. How do you look at it, the criticism or negative press, whatever it is? What do you have to say about it?
First of all, not plural. Controversy, singular. I've had only one. Because that's why last 25 years I've not been in any controversy. This was the first one. But it's a good question. See, look, once again, I don't want to sound preachy or like I'm giving gyan, but this is the way I think about everything in life. People who know me know this. Whatever happens in life, good or bad, all the big deals in our life, now all the things that are a very big deal, is a choice that we make. You choose, it's a big deal. If you choose no, it's not. So whatever I had to deal with, I knew that I had to deal with it in the right, appropriate way for my fans, for myself, for my family, for my children. But in my mind, it was never something like, oh my God, what has happened? Absolutely not. It was not, and it will never be. It was a situation, and it was something that I created, and I have to handle it in a way that I can look at myself in the mirror. But not for 1 second was it something that I thought was a big deal. There were my own family members who were calling me in such a bad. Don't mention them. These are people who love me, right? But they're the older generation, calling me and saying, "Oh my God, oh my God." I'm like, what's the matter? What's the big deal? People are thinking of you like that. So people will not realize that you're not like. So I just kept saying, yes, you're right. But so what? Like, so what? I'm just telling everybody that whatever happens in life, don't make it a big deal. That's all, because it doesn't help. If you make it a big deal, you're achieving nothing. If you don't make it a big deal, you can deal with it better. Whatever happened, I'm happy that it happened, because it has made me grow as a human being. It's made me think of a few things that I never did. Whatever happens, happens for the best. And in spite of everything, people have still liked my work so much. I'm so thankful about that. So, and I got to show my children, I got to show my son, who watches my every move, that my father could have been, I'm going to say, guys, I've been like this forever, and what's the big deal, blah, blah, blah. But he chose to apologize to the country and the newspaper. I want him to learn from that, because the fact is that whatever justification you feel you might have, Is it important? You made people half your age offended. You offended them. Did you want to offend them? No. So then deal with that and apologize. So it wasn't a big deal for me. It never will be a big deal for me. Doesn't mean that it was nothing. It was something that needed to be handled, but it wasn't a big deal. That's the way I look at life. That's the way I look at anything. So which is why I will be able to handle whatever comes my way, sometimes good, sometimes bad, without it taking over my mind. That's I hope I'm making sense. Yeah, this controversy that happened, for a lot of people close to me, it was a very big deal. My management staff was saying, sir, we are this calm because you are this calm. To which I said that if you're not this calm, are you achieving anything? Is it helping you? So, sorry, but it was not a big deal for me at all. And actually, guys, seriously, nothing is a big deal. We decide and we make things a big deal. If you decide that it's not a big deal, it isn't, and if you can achieve that, then nothing will affect you.